All right, let's get started. So this session was primarily about the 5 time saving features on Windows 10. Now, all motion laptops or computers, including now AIP, I'm assuming, has Windows 10. And so Windows 10 is a common sort of a platform which every PC in motion uses. So we're going to talk about some of the features which people might not know, and they really come in handy to us from time to time. I'm using most of these features almost every single day. So let's start off with feature number 1, and that is paste more. So Greg, you know about the beautiful Control V and Control C, right? The thing which has really helped us through our college days, university reports, work, and saving us time of duplicating stuff. Now there is more to that. So it's not just Control C and Control V, copy the last thing that you paste the last thing that you copied, but there is a clipboard history which actually allows you to copy and paste multiple items, text, images, and links. So what it basically means is that you can copy everything together separately, copy, 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 and you can then go on to where you want to paste, and you can open up an option which tells you what would you like to paste now. Okay, so and there is no going back and forth between the two documents. So let's see a sample of that. So let me open up, let's see, let me open up an Excel. Okay, I think there you go. So can you see this, Greg?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say I have ABC, I have Sydney, I have Australia. So I have these 3 things in my one document, okay? And consider this as my second document. And I want to copy these 3 things, and I don't know where I would want to paste each one of them, but I will copy ABC, then I will copy, I will copy ABC, I will copy Sydney, and I will copy Australia. So I have copied 3 things, yeah, separately. Now I go into the sheet, and instead of Control V, I will do Windows. You see that Windows button on your computer?
Yes.
Yeah, I do Windows V. And then it gives me all the last, all the things that I copied in the last since I switched on my computer. Okay, so if I want to paste Australia, I can do that. If I want to paste Sydney here you go. I don't need to do it. So it basically gives me a whole history of the things I copied. Okay.
Excellent.
Same goes for photos, for for anything related to. Let's go back. Images, links, items. You can select, copy some of the. Now with the images, there is a restriction of I think 2 megapixels. So if the images are beyond 2 megapixels, it will not hold in the clipboard. But everything else, it just holds on to it. So you don't need to go back and forth. Instead of just copy together, and then go and paste as you like. And that is our first option. So I've explained it to you. Sometimes you may have to turn on the feature and in your Windows if it's not available. Greg, can you try it out on your computer?
Sure.
Yeah, just press Windows V and see if it gives you a.
Yep. Can't show history, so I'll turn it on.
Yeah.
Your clipboard is empty. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Did not know that.
Yep. All right. Awesome. So
when I checked the Windows shortcuts, there was only about 7 or 8 when I looked. That was a few years ago, so I haven't looked since.
Yeah. So, this is one thing that really helps me save time. I mean, especially if you're dealing with a sheet, let's say something like something similar to a report generated. Let me see. here. So something similar to this, like it has thousands and thousands of fields, and I need to copy paste different data on different things, then, you know, it really helps me save time on that. Okay, let's go back.
I will use that all the time.
Okay, so let's go back. So this was the shortcut Control-C and Windows V. Okay. Now, the second feature that we're going to talk about today is hide your trash. So you know how you know what they say about the first impressions, Greg?
Most important, but lasting.
Yes.
Everybody remembers.
Yes. So you don't get a second chance. Now they've changed the whole thing. They used to say first impressions are the are the most important ones, and now they say first impressions are the only impressions. So you know how you see a desktop when somebody plugs in their computer, or you are over the shoulder and you see something like this, or you see something like this, or God forbid you see something like this. Have you ever seen some things like this, or have you ever had a desktop like this?
Back in the day, yeah.
So you know, there is an option of hiding your trash, and that can be done with just 2 clicks. And it doesn't go away, but it just hides it, so that, you know, you create those impressions at least. So let me show you how it's done. And you can create many desktops, by the way. So I'm going to come onto my desktop. I hope it looks clean. Yep, it does somewhat. So this is my desktop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new desktop. Okay. So you see this button, the 3 buttons on the Windows, the search button, and this one, task view.
Yep.
If you click on that, it gives me it. Right now I have 5 desktops. I can add a new desktop. So I can add a new one, and I can go onto the 6th desktop. If I go here, now you see all of the windows that were open
Right.
are gone. There is no open window right here. Okay, let me see. If I go on to the second one, nothing. If I go back into the first one and I remove this, I have all the windows open. I have 6 Excel files, I have 2 PowerPoint files, I have a Microsoft team, and everything else. Okay, now I can hide these logos as well, these icons as well. I can click on them, right click, sorry, simple right click, view, show desktop icons, gone.
Right.
Okay, so here you go, view, show desktop icons. And if you don't want these so many files opened up together, you want a clean slate, you go into the desktop. My computer is a little hung up at the moment. We're gonna wait for it. Yeah, it's back on, and you can select your desktop, and everything is gone. It's clean. Okay, now when do we use this kind of approach is when let me go back to the original one. Now when do these things come in handy? They look, when you're about to go into a meeting and you know you're going to plug in your computer, okay, and you still want those files which are open to be kept open, but you don't want everybody else to see it. That's one. 2 is when you know how you sometimes people want to clean their rooms before they get into an important project to work on, to clean their surroundings. Yeah, so it's similar to that. So you hide off everything, focus. So it's like you focus on one thing, and that really helps sort of put aside everything else, and then you can have just one thing open and you can work on that. So that's basically the use of creating a new desktop. Okay, and this could also be that now that we are working from home, sometimes you know how you social life and personal life and professional life sort of mixes up. So if you're using the same computer, you can always have a different desktop for your social life, personal life, and for your professional life. So that's the basic usage of that function. Okay, now the shortcut to create a new desktop is Windows plus Control plus D together. I will give you some time to try it out.
Okay. Right.
Yep. And then if you want to toggle between the two desktops that you've created, it'll be Windows Control right arrow or left arrow.
Windows Control. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, you know, it's the easiest, fastest way to create something. Like, you know, if you're working on confidential data, if somebody is and entered the room and you're sort of, you know, careful of not sharing that data, then immediately just create a new desktop and your files are gone.
Brilliant. Okay.
Awesome. Let's go forward. So that's hide your trash. Feature number 3, it's my personal favorite, especially since we've been working from home. And I'll call it 2-in-1. So you know how you have this sometimes one screen and it gets really frustrating because you got stuff to do and you know back and forth really kills you, especially if you don't have access to a separate screen if you're traveling or you're working from home. So there is an easy solution to that. And that solution, I'm not going to share it with you in theory. I'm just going to show it to you. Okay. So I have this PowerPoint open, but I want to do some work between some Excel file and this PowerPoint. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can bring this PowerPoint down. Okay. This is my PowerPoint. I've selected it. All I need to do is bring it in the center of the screen and bring it to my right. Okay. Now this has sort of split my screen altogether. It's asking me what would I like to have in the other screen. So I can have, let's say, this one. Okay, so I have these two screens now and I can go back and forth between them. I can copy paste stuff between them. I can look it up. It will never go away. And if I need to make it bigger, there you go. Click on it. Done. Okay, I can even have four windows. Okay, how do we do that? We'll go on to that later. But for now, I would want you to try it out. Bring any window to the center of the screen and drag it to the right or left.
Okay. Drag it to the right or left. Okay.
Bring it to the center first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So two windows are created.
I'm not. How do I drag it to the right or left? Right.
So you hold it from the top. Okay. Let me tell you what. Open up a file and press Windows and right.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Done.
Yep.
And then you can open another file and Windows and left, and it'll go there.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
So you can now split your screen without any requirement of having another screen, and you can start your work. Because you know how time is wasted if you want to do back and forth between two things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I use Alt Tab, but
Yeah, Alt Tab is okay. Alt Tab is fine, but then if you have, like, let's say right now I have so many windows, and if I want to, you know, it's just saving you seconds, and that's all we want.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So there you go. That's the shortcut is Windows
I'll
right.
use that too. Yep.
Windows right and Windows left is your shortcut, and you can use that to split your screen and save yourself a lot of time and effort. Okay, especially if you're working on data. I mean, data is critical. I mean, even if you do back and forth, Alt Tab, you sort of lose track of where you were. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about feature 4. So up until now, Greg, this is a checkup. You are okay with all the 3 features that we've discussed so far?
Yes.
Okay. What is the probability you're going to use them?
Oh, I know. I'm going to use the first and the third one all the time.
Okay, awesome. Good to hear. Let's go forward. Now, this one is called focus. Okay. There's an explanation to that. Do you know what in the 90s there was a huge terminology called multitasking which got famous?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Men can't do it, only women can.
it's the act of one person to performing 2 or more tasks simultaneously.
Yep.
And it's the inability to actually prioritize.
Right.
That's the real definition of multitasking. So the idea, and most famous leaders and writers and authors and uh, you know, management gurus are telling us is that focus on one thing, finish that one thing, and move on to the next one. So has it happened with you that you've been writing an email and a phone rang and you started answering that phone and typing at the same time, and your phone conversation sort of came into that email?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can't do it, so I have to stop and do one thing at a time. Yeah.
Yeah. So the research says that every time you add on a new task that you're doing, you reduce your IQ by 1 point. So if you're doing 3 tasks, you've just reduced your IQ by 3 points. Now, let me explain it to you. You know how when you're driving a car, you're actually not doing 1 task, but you're doing 10 tasks by driving a car? Because you're looking at your side lanes, you're looking at the front, you're looking at the rear view mirror, you're looking at the 2 mirrors on the sides, you are holding the steering wheel, you are listening to the music, you are looking at your speedometer, you are looking for any bike which is going haywire at the back, you're being cautious about it. So that's like almost you're working around the accelerator and the brake. So these are like a few things that you're already doing. So that's like 10, at least 10 tasks that you're doing while you're driving. So that means while you're driving, you're already down 10 IQ points. Now imagine if you're on the phone. So that's why they ask you not to be on the phone while you're driving. So anyway, moving on. So focus assist is basically, it helps you focus on one thing. And you know how sometimes we are working on something and an email pops up, and we sort of go on to that email, and 4 hours later we're back, and it takes us time to get back into the zone to do that project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this helps you not to get distracted, and you can even do this on your phone. So I'm going to show this to you. So I'm going to go onto my desktop. So you see this this entire thing right here. See the time and the calendar. Right
Yes.
next to it is the message notification. Okay, you can switch it. You can put it on, and right here you see this. My
Yes.
alarms on, focus assist, priority on, and alarms only. So I can switch off my alarms, my Outlook, my email messages. I can set priority only, which means I can allow, there is a setting to it. So you can allow your manager's email only that will pop up, and nobody else's email, which you can read later. So you can do a lot of things by doing this, and you can quickly go to settings, and you can set up your entire section on priority only, alarms only, or focus assist on. That's it. Do not disturb. Okay.
Yeah.
So that sometimes would help you in focusing on your major task, completing it, and then going back to your emails. So
Very
that
good.
is the 4th feature of focusing. Focus and do one thing at a time. Try not to focus for too long. Obviously, a human mind can focus between anywhere between 10 minutes to maximum of 90 minutes. That's what research shows. So try to sort of take breaks and unfocus, defocus, so however you want to call it. and focus and read up on your emails, because there might be something you may have missed out. But for those 1 hour or 1.5 hours, just stop everything else. No bothering, no disturbance. Just focus on that job that you need to finish off, the project you need to complete, the report you need to write, and finish it off, and then move on. Okay, so that's feature number 4. Now, feature number 5 is shake it. It's my personal favorite. It has nothing to do with this kind of shaking. It has, you see now, what do you see right now, Craig?
My bedroom.
So you see a bedroom. Now, if I were to tell you to find your socks in these 2 bedrooms, which one would be? I mean, I'm sure you would be more comfortable. You would know exactly where things are. I know, I can relate. But if a new person has to come in and search for something, which of the 2 images do you think they'll be most likely to spend less time?
The one on the right.
The one on the right? So the clutter always sort of is something which takes up real estate on your mind. It is there. It keeps, it depends, obviously, if you're a right brain person or a left brain person. So the right brain people are going to be more structured and all of those, and left brain people, they like unstructured and all of that. That aside, if you want to focus on one thing, you might as well just do it properly. So for that case, let me explain it to you. I will have to open up now see, all of these sheets were opened on purpose, and they were not just randomly opened. And the reason why I did that was to show you this example. You are going to just take one file, okay? And you're going to shake it. Everything's gone.
Wow.
Okay.
What happened there?
I'm going to show it to you again because I like it so much. Okay. So you see all of these files are open up.
Yep.
So many files, right? I just want this PowerPoint to be opened up. So I'm going to grab onto the PowerPoint. Okay. Let's assume this is the big one. So I'm going to grab it from the top and I'm going to shake it. And everything's gone.
Oh, okay.
So it's minimized. It's not gone. It's minimized, but obviously it just declutters your screen, because I have noticed some people have like 30, 40, 50 odd files open up at the same time, and sort of this helps out to declutter. All right. So
Okay.
we've done the 5th feature and the final feature of Shake It, and this is my favorite feature. So again, just to repeat the 5 features to save your time. The first one is Space More, which is the Windows V. The second one is Hide That Trash. You can create a new desktop for your personal, professional meetings, whatever. You can do 2 in 1. You can split your screen, and you can do that with Windows right when Windows left, and you can do your stuff there. You can switch on your focus alert, focus assist to give you notifications only for priority or alarms only or whatever, and you can switch it. Don't forget to switch it off, okay? And then and then Shake It sort of cleans up your screen and gives you much more clarity and removes the trash for a little bit. And then you can also remove your icons, which I already explained to you, the desktop icons. Okay, so that's that. And Greg, if you haven't attended Fight Club before, we have a giveaway every time. Okay, every time we give away something or the other to the participants, and this giveaway is a really nice shortcut list that you can use on Windows. Obviously, this is blurred because I'm not going to give it to you right just like that. You have to write an email to me. You have to write an email to me with Superman rules either in the subject or in the body, and you will get an automated email with this shortcut list in a PDF form sent to you right away.
Excellent.
Okay.
Right.
This is all automated. So if you want to learn about how to set up your automated responses, you can look at FYT Club Session 1, which it's already recorded, so I can send you a link to that.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Any questions, Greg?
No, that's great. Thanks for that.
So I hope this helps you save time, and thank you so much for taking our time.
Oh, I do have one. You said about 4 windows. Is that using the up and down arrow as well as the right and left?
Yes, you're right. Okay. And I think it is in the shortcut list that I will send you.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. Okay, you have a nice day, Greg, and thank you for taking our time and joining in.
Thank you. No worries. Bye-bye.
Bye.